Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel. I have finally finished my Mossery & Co. sketchbook from a million years ago, and I thought I would share it with you guys. This sketchbook, if you guys remember from, I want to say it was last year's sketchbook, like 2017, 2016 sketchbook video, I talked about having this sketchbook and that I was too afraid to use it because it was too pretty and precious, and you guys all told me to use it, basically. So I have spent the last forever, I don't even know how long I've been working in this sketchbook to fill it out, and I finally finished it and am pretty pleased with how it turned out, so I thought I would do a quick flip through of it. I will be doing my full big like year of sketchbook video that I do every year next month in September. I always do them in September, and I will include this as well as the other sketchbooks that I've already shown. But I was pretty pleased with how this came out, so I wanted to do a video of just this one. So let's take a look inside. Alright, and there will be a link in the description below where you can purchase these sketchbooks. I really like this sketchbook a lot. Yeah, it's just really good. So if you're curious about these, you can check out the links below. In this front pocket here, I just have a pencil. This is the pencil that I normally usually draw with, so I just kind of stick it in here if I don't have a pencil case with me. This is a Prismacolor Colorase in Carmine Red. I always get asked what color red pencil and what kind of red pencil I use when I do all my sketching, and this is it, and there will be links in the video description down below to this as well. So in the front of the Mossery & Co. sketchbooks, there's like planning pages. I never used any of these, so I just kind of paperclip them together so that they would just be able to turn easily since I didn't end up using them. This is from gosh, it's probably 2 years ago. I started this sketchbook a long time ago. This is when I first started experimenting with using like blue ink and different color inking. And since I used this for just a short while before I took like a break from it, I wasn't using the backs of the pages. I wasn't sure how well the like watercolor would bleed through, and this is marker, and the marker definitely, this is Copic, bleeds through on the pages, which I don't really like using marker in the sketchbook particularly. I use mostly gouache and watercolor, but this was one that I did in Copics, and I do really like how this came out. I think it turned out really pretty. Just a little doodle that I just kind of hooked in here with some washi tape. And if you've seen my sketchbook videos before, you know that I don't use my sketchbooks for finished pieces most of the time. I usually just use them for concepts and ideas. So that's a thing. Trying to get better at drawing buildings, and this is old and bad. This was my birthday image for my Instagram page from 2 years ago, so that's how long I know I've been using this sketchbook, because this was from 2 years ago, and there's another one in here from this year, so it's been a hot second since I started using this sketchbook. I also used this sketchbook for part of Inktober. I did some of the Mossery & Co.'s Inktober prompts, as well as some of the other ones from other lists, and some of them are in here, and some of them are in another sketchbook that you'll see in my video next month. This is a cleaned up sketch from one of the gouache paintings that I did on my channel. And we're going into the Inktober stuff that I worked on. Usually I'll use the right page for a more finished piece and the left page for concept work. I just like having like specific places for things. I'll use the left side for thumbnails, little sketches, lots of color swatching. That's just how I work in my sketchbook. So more Inktober stuff. This one I actually never posted, but I love Journey. It's one of my favorite video games, but I never posted it over on my Instagram. I started using a gold ink, the gold like Finetech mica. It wasn't even an ink, it was a paint. So I liked using that with the gray. This was one of my favorite ones that I did for Inktober. I really want to kind of expand this a little bit and blow it up a little bit and do a finished piece of this, because I think it would make a really, really, really cute print. I just love the way like the character came out and just the way it looks, and these are my concepts for this, as well as another one that I did on the next page. More gold. This is when I was experimenting. I wanted a rose gold ink but couldn't find one that I wanted, so I mixed this one myself in the little pot And I ended up not using it for any of my Inktober stuff, but I do have it, so maybe next Inktober I will use that since I spent time on it and made it myself. Some color swatching and some little concepts. I just like doing like really quick little gesture poses for things that I could work on later. Little illustration of a girl with a cat on her bed. More color swatching. Another thing from Inktober. Here's some just putting down colors to try and figure out what I wanted to do for this. This was another one that has a video over on my channel. I'll have it linked somewhere. I think it's over here. So you can check that out too. This was done with Mission Gold watercolors. I'm really pleased with how that one came out. This is one of those paintings that I wish I had filmed, but I actually was not at home. I was at a cafe when I painted this. This is Danielle from Ever After, and Ever After is my favorite movie. And I just really loved the way this came out, and I'm really sad that I couldn't make a video about it because it was in here and I wasn't home when I did it. So, and these are my color swatching from that because I was working in a really limited palette, so I was doing a lot of color mixing. And so I just put the colors down straight on top of my little concept sketch. And it looks a little bit messy, but it's a sketchbook, and that is the way I like my sketchbooks to look. Got some more color swatching, mixing some colors with the new color that I got. Some doodles. This also has a video on my YouTube channel. This like just spread I'm really pleased with. Normally I don't work in my sketchbook like this, kind of planning out and making everything sort of cohesive and go together, but I really liked how this came out and really hope to be able to kind of continue doing this kind of stuff in my next sketchbook. Now I don't work on my sketchbook pages in order, I just kind of open the page to like a random page and start working. So this is actually the last illustration that I did in this sketchbook, and this is the last thing that I actually want to color in the sketchbook, which I will probably do for a video because I really like how this looks. And yeah, I'll probably film it hopefully soon. I'm probably just going to paint it with watercolors, but that should be soon. Here is my birthday illustration from this year, so 2018. I had a cold, so here's me with a blanket reading a book and sick, so that's fun. Here's just some figure studies from a YouTube dance video that I was watching, and I used marker and it kind of bled through. These are my March favorites. I love just kind of doing quick doodles like this of the things that I've been really liking, and I always forget to do them even though I really enjoy doing them, so maybe I'm gonna work harder on trying to remember to do those more often. Some more sketches. I really like how this one came out, and I think it would be a super cute print, so I'm going to probably color this with marker sometime soon. And I did a gouache painting video of this sketch, but I don't like the way the gouache painting came out now that I look at the sketch, because I really like the way the sketch looks. So, you know, it happens. You're not always happy with the things you make, and that's fine. More gesture drawing, paint swatches, another quick little doodle, more kind of concept-y things to go along with this one. I like this one. I'm not sure about that one yet, but I might come back to that idea some other time. These pages stick together because I got some new Mission Gold watercolors and I wanted to test them out, and I had some white space here, so, but I put a bit too much paint down so it transferred. Most of these are just little sketches, a little illustration of a rain jacket that I got, and some trees. This was a day where I was people watching, which is one of my favorite things to do when I'm out in a cafe or somewhere where there's people walking around. I just like to kind of see a person as they're walking by for just a quick second and then just do a little illustration of that person, even if you only see them for a second, because you get some kind of fun character ideas out of that. And I don't know, I just think these are so much fun to do, especially if you can't think of anything to draw, which is kind of what's been going on with me lately. And then I have another page of these from a different day. I really liked the way she looked, and so I drew her over here. I also liked the way she looked, and so I drew her over here again. I just think it's really fun to kind of see somebody walk by and then turn them into a character, because you have no idea who that person is or what their life is about, so it's just kind of fun to get inspiration from the things that are around you. And here is a little painting I did of a Starbucks that was across the street from where I was, and this is one of those that I used these on. They're really, really vibrant, but they're a little hard to work with, and as I said, they transfer like crazy. Like there's this pink on everything. It was all over my hands the first time I used it. I was like, what the heck's going on? And some sketches. It can't be a sketchbook of mine without a sketch of Ellie, because that's my life, you know. But really happy with these two. Might do something with them later. More little gesture sketches for things, and I was trying to mix a good, really pale skin tone, and wrote down some information for a mat that I had to have cut for a thing I worked on. And these were from one of my studio vlogs. Painted this one really quick, and I'm probably gonna do a little color illustration with this because I think it looks really sweet. So, do that soon. This is a little house. Minnie Small here on YouTube is one of my favorite illustrators here on YouTube, and she always does these great little houses, and I wanted to try too, but mine sucks. So this is my first time really doing this, but it is so much fun. She is not playing around when she says that it's really enjoyable to do. So that was my attempt at doing that. Another sketch that I might color because I think it turned out really cute, and two more sketches that I probably will color. I really am kind of liking the face on this one, so I might do something with that. And some little concepts, and this is a thing for a thing I'm working on. And the last page in this sketchbook, guess who? And the back page I always use for doing like testing of like different types of medium, because I'd never used this sketchbook before. So I did some ink, lots of watercolor, pen, and there's some notes underneath these of things that I can't show you guys. So that's why they're covered up with post-it notes. In the back here, I usually there's two pockets. I only use one of them, but this one I keep like business cards from artists that I bought stuff from. I have sticker, and then just some, like a bookmark and some notes from people that I have bought stuff from. And I never showed you guys these, but I have these stuck in here. But here are the business cards that I designed in that business card video that I posted a little while ago. I never showed you guys what the finished products looked like. I'm very happy with how they came out. They're really sturdy. I got them from mood.com, but yeah, pretty happy with how these came out. So hopefully someday I'll be able to open my Etsy store. It's kind of on hold for now. I'll have to talk to you guys about that in another video. Yeah, that is my completed Mossery & Co. sketchbook. I am pretty pleased with how this came out. I'm planning on starting another Mossery & Co. sketchbook. It's this one. I showed you guys this. Was it in a haul? Was it in a vlog? I don't remember. But this is one of the hardcover ones that has the new like heavy watercolor paper in it, and it's like really nice paper. So I'm super pumped to start working on this one. Alright, so that is it for my Mossery & Co. sketchbook flip through. This sketchbook will be in my big like yearly sketchbook video, but I'm just gonna like speed through it, like time lapse through it, so you don't have to watch it again if you've already watched this video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any questions about something you've seen in here, or you want me to color something, or whatever supplies I use, tools I use, anything where I got something, check the video description for links to like the pencils and the sketchbooks. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you soon for another video.